2005 Maruti Suzuki launched the first Swift, which single-handedly created the A2 segment. And since then, the Swift's success has been unparalleled. However, as times changed, we needed a new car, and here we are with the all-new Swift. Now, the Swift has been successful in India and globally for a number of reasons, and we are going to find out today if the new Swift retains those characteristics and whether it builds on them or loses out. So that's what we are going to do on the show today. Now, talking about the design of the new Swift, the most important thing and the one that I personally like the most is that Maruti Suzuki designers haven't gone overboard with chrome. Swift has always been known for its sportiness, and they haven't traded that in for premiumness in form of chrome. What you get here is a black matte grille. You've got these LED DRLs on the headlamps, projector headlamps. Overall, the bumper has got a lot of sharp creases, and the absence of chrome all around on the car is what goes along well with the true sporty theme of the Swift. Now, moving to the side of the Swift, the noticeable things are that first, the new Swift retains the silhouette that we have been seeing on the earlier Swift, and the most important change here is that along with a sharper rigged A-pillar, what you get is this floating roof effect because of the glass area that extends right up to the back. At the rear door, now you get the door handles in the pillars. Now at the rear of the new Swift, what you get are brand new tail lamps. These are LED units, so they look really smart, especially at night. The new boot lid, the sharper bumper, all of it just adds to the sporty character of the Swift. Now, stepping inside the cabin of the new Swift, you're greeted with a very sporty interior. What you've got is an overall black theme, and that's a good thing, because what you want for a car that has always been known for its sportiness is a black overall theme. You do not want beige interiors here. So you have got a black dashboard, and to break the monotony of black, you've got this smart grey little insert running here. A familiar infotainment system that we have seen on other Maruti Suzuki cars. You've seen it on the Brezza and the Baleno and the S-Cross. So you've got a touch screen that supports Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, Bluetooth, FM. Beyond that, it's got navigation which runs through an SD card. So in terms of infotainment, yes, it's pretty much sorted. Now, while this is a tried and tested touchscreen, you also need to bear in mind that this is available only on the upper variants. If you opt for the lower variants, what you will get is a standard single DEN unit. It's a non-touch display, so you'll get a simple display which will just show you basic details, and this is only for the upper variants. And if you talk about the steering, again you've got a flat bottom steering wheel, and it feels good to hold. It's got a chunky feel to it. You've got the telephone and audio controls on the steering wheel. The instrument cluster, again, it's a digital and analog combination. Overall, in terms of features, when you look at it from a driver's perspective, the Swift offers all that you can expect in this segment. Now, one of the key things that you would need in a car that is sporty is good seats. I mean, after all, when you're going hard around corners, what good is a car if it doesn't have good seats? And the new Swift has got really good seats. As you can see, the side support is really good. It's an amplified side support. Even the bottom part, it offers really good thigh support. The shoulder support is good again. And the seat is pretty good in the sense that people of all sizes, so while I have a lean frame, people with larger body sizes can really feel comfortable in this seat. If you talk about practicality and space, there's a lot of space around here. There's a cavity here wherein you can easily place your wallet, your smartphones. You can place in a couple of beverages here. You've also got some place here to probably place a phone or something else. And the door pockets again themselves are large enough to stock in a liter bottle and some other small knickknacks. All of it is a lot better than what we have seen in the earlier Swift. So it's a good progression. So now we're in the rear seat of the new Swift, and rear legroom was one area where the older Swift wasn't faring too well, and the new Swift improves on that a lot. It's got a longer wheelbase, and as a result of that, what you get is extra legroom. Now with the driver's seat adjusted to my driving preference and with a height of 5 feet 8 inches, you can see I've got ample leg room. I can easily slide my feet under the driver's seat. The seat itself, well, it offers great under thigh support. The backrest angle for this seat again has been increased, so it will prove a little more comfortable when you're in this place for a longer duration. Some of you might notice that there is no rear AC vent here. Of course, it misses out on that, but it isn't really a shortcoming. We've been driving this car for about 2 days now, and as a result of the improvement to the HVAC system, the overall air conditioning system, the cooling efficiency has improved. Now talking about the powertrain of the new Swift, well, it comes with a petrol and diesel engine. These are the same units that we've been seeing on earlier Maruti Suzuki cars, and they are in the Baleno as well. However, the units have been recalibrated for the new Swift. So what you have is a 1.2 litre petrol engine with 83 horsepower and a 1.3 litre diesel engine. Now the recalibration hasn't changed the output numbers, but what it has done is it has improved the acceleration. So the petrol engine now is quicker by about 10% in terms of acceleration, and the diesel engine is quicker by about 8%. In terms of gearbox, well, both engines compared to a 5-speed manual gearbox. You also have the option of choosing an AMT for both petrol and diesel, and the AMT has been quite a revolution for us. While the manual does its job as expected, it performs flawlessly, the AMT usually is a gearbox that we associate with a lot of sluggishness, but that is not the case here with the Swift. Now, we drove the diesel Swift with the AMT yesterday, and it turned out to be quite impressive. While it is still not a car for the enthusiast, it does its job perfectly fine. So if you're someone who's looking for a convenient car for city runs, and one of those days if you just try and go quick, well, the gearbox, the AMT gearbox precisely, is not going to let you down. Engine again performs well. Both petrol and the diesel engine, they offer good acceleration. The diesel engine, well, there is a hint of turbo lag that we have seen on this engine in other cars as well, but once you get past about 1700 rpm, then the acceleration thereon is quite good. And the other improvement that has happened here is NVH, noise, vibration and harshness. So as a result of better soundproofing and insulation, the cabin is much quieter than the older Swift, and the wind noise too, if you're cruising on highways at triple digit speed, the wind noise too is much controlled than the older model. Now the Swift has always been positioned as a sporty car, and it is very important for a sporty car to have spot on handling, and that was always the case with the older Swift, and the new Swift just builds further from where the old model left. Now this has lost about 85 kilograms from the older model, and that helps a lot when it comes to dynamics. The suspension setup, the chassis geometry, all of it is spot on. So when you put all of it together and you push the Swift hard around corners, as we have been doing around the roads in Lavasa, the car is really rewarding. It holds its line well. There is a hint of understeer, but that's expected with all front-wheel drive cars. But apart from that, well, it pretty much goes in whatever direction you point it. So it's pretty much a point-and-shoot affair. The handling is good, and then if you talk about ride quality, again, ride quality too is good. So if you're someone who's just going to use the Swift for regular day-to-day commuting, it's a comfortable car to be in. Most of the bumps on roads are filtered out. They do not get into the cabin. Low speed ride quality is good, and on high speeds too, the stability is fine, and around corners, body roll too has reduced when you compare it to the older model. Now Maruti Suzuki cars have always been known a lot for their fuel efficiency, and the Swift is no different. Now despite being a performance oriented car, the petrol version gives you about 22 kilometers to a litre, and from the diesel you can expect 28.3 kilometers to a litre, and these are claimed figures, and these are quite good if you look at the segment. So when you couple the good fuel efficiency with great driving dynamics, what you get is a well-rounded package in terms of a car that is fun to drive, it's economical and practical. So we've come to the end of driving the all-new Swift, and boy, it has been a fantastic experience. The Swift just carries the game forward from where the old Swift left it. It's still a sporty hatch, it looks fresh, it looks good, it goes fast, and it's got great features inside. It's got a good cabin. Apart from that, if you look at it from a overall perspective, it's practical, it's fuel efficient. In terms of safety too, it's getting an upgrade because now it's based on the hardtech platform which underpins the Baleno as well. So it's much better when it comes to crashworthiness. It comes with dual airbags at the front, ABS and EBD, and ISOFIX mounts. So round all of that into a good looking package, and what you get is a hot hatch that is probably the best in its segment right now. Now the pricing has not been revealed yet. We'll get to know the prices at the Auto Expo, but I'm assuming it would be priced at a slight premium compared to the older Swift prices. So expect a premium of about 30 to 40,000 rupees. But you never know, Maruti might surprise us with a lower price tag as well. If you like this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel, and feel free to share it as well. For anything else from the world of wheels, please log on to www.expressdrives.com. Till the next time we meet again, drive safe, obey all traffic rules, and wear a seatbelt and a helmet when riding a two-wheeler.